The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to it. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
On in this morning. So what's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, TGIF to everybody. I hope everybody's doing well today. I hope everybody's doing good. We're gonna get up, we're gonna get after it this morning. We're gonna do our thing, y'all. So good morning. That's all I can say. Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. Welcome in over there on YouTube. Welcome over there and on X, on TikTok. Keep smashing that like screen, y'all. We're gonna try to get the likes up today. Heat, good morning. How are you, my brother? How are you, TGIF? Hope you good, man. Yeah, you the first one in here today, Heat. We are at it, man. We're up. We're at it. We're doing our thing this morning, man. Interesting stuff going on. A lot of stuff we got to get at today in these markets going into the weekend. Ken, good morning, my brother. Good morning. How are you? A lot of stuff we're going to talk about today and get in to the weekend. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff going on in all the markets right now. Interesting time we're in. Got to be careful what we say because they will start to ban you if you say too much. So, but we interesting times and very uncertainty in the markets when it comes to where the markets are going. And we're gonna get in. We're gonna look at it all. I'm gonna give you guys my opinion. Do all the things that we got going on. Iran's currency is down 16%. Yeah, it looks like we're ramping up over there, Ken. It looks like there's some stuff going on over there right now that we, the United States of America, like might be ramping up a little bit. It's kind of unfortunate, that this situation is happening, but it looks like we might be ramping up a little bit to go ahead and go on over there and maybe take care of some, maybe do some things over there. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. But make sure you guys are smashing the likes and sharing the stream out as well. Let's get them likes moving over there on TikTok too. Let's keep smashing that screen. Let's keep tapping that thing. We're going to get into the markets. We're going to look at some stuff. We're going to look at it from a macro overview, from a micro overview. We're going to look at crypto. But we're going to look at the market as a whole, and then we'll drill down into crypto, see where our bags are going. What's going on? What's going on with what's going on with Raytheon blockchain? It's one of the we'll see. We'll see what happens with Raytheon. It kind of talking a little bit with Raytheon, and we'll see. We'll see what's up. It's one of these ones where it's gotta happen at the right time. It's gotta happen at the right time. I don't know if right now is the right time. Uh, Good morning, Scottish. How are you, my brother? How are you, my brother? Uh, that that Miro shorts printing. Yeah, man. There's a lot of shorts printing right now, man. I'm in the market all over the place, man. Shorts, predictions, and everything's kind of printing right now, man. It if you're trading the market, it's good to be in the market. If you're a holder of this market, you're kind of screwed at this point. But let's go ahead. Let's look at it. The Asian markets, they didn't trade that well last night. They traded down pretty good. The European markets over there where my boy Ken's at, looks like they want to come in all green. They're trading all green this morning. They're looking really, really good over there on the European markets. The United States pre-markets look like they're going to tank pretty good today. Looks like they're going to be down. So we'll see. We'll see what happens over there. We got to look at this gold and silver trade. Gold's down, silver's down, copper's down. I've been telling you guys for a while now to watch these three. I kind of expected gold and silver to be down today. They went on such of a great run. I think that they got to pull back. They got to cool off just a little bit. And I think this is that cool off period right now for gold and silver. Probably today going into the weekend, you might see them cool down just a little bit here. But I don't expect this trade to stop, right? I expect this trade to stay up. Um, because there's a supply and demand problem right now, right? So we're pushing the AI narrative, right? The AI narrative is hot. Everybody's on AI. Everybody's looking for AI. Well, in order for us to have chips, in order for us to have AI plants, in order for us to have all of the stuff that we need to push AI, we got to have gold and we got to have silver. And there's a couple countries out there that don't want to trade the gold and silver with the United States at this point. So it's pushing the price up. This is a supply and demand problem. This is a supply and demand issue. So I don't necessarily see the gold and the silver prices really coming down too much because of this supply and demand issue right here. But I do see copper starting to come up a little bit. I see copper as one of these ones where I think you're going to see a rotation here in the copper. And one of the reasons I think you're going to see that rotation is because gold's high, silver's high. So copper is that next leg up that we may see a supply and demand problem over here on copper. So let's see if this rotation kind of happens a little bit. I think it's gonna. I think it might. So you know, let's kind of see. Hold on one second. I gotta do something here. So let's kind of see if that happens. I think it's gonna. Remember when I said this? Copper was at $6. $6 and 9 cents on a Friday. Let's see where it is on. Let's see where it is on Monday. Let's see where it is on. See if on Monday copper starts to tick up a little bit. I think it's gonna, but what I think and what they do, two whole different things. So let's see where it goes, right? But yeah, definitely like where we are right now when it comes to these precious metals. But I think these precious metals they're going to move. They're going to stay up, right? They're going to stay up because of the demand, right? Of the supply and demand problem that we have. Of the supply and demand problem that we have. So I seem to be making more money shorting shorting the shorting the longing. Yeah, and there's a reason why, Scottish, and we'll get into that here in just a second. So we got the United States pre-markets looking down today, European markets looking good. Trump's going to announce the Fed chair, the new Fed chair nomination on Friday, which is today. Kevin Walsh maybe his pick. So that's gonna be big news in the markets right here. This Fed chair pick is gonna be huge for what we have coming into the market. So uh, we're gonna see. We're gonna see where this takes us, right? And then there's gonna be a transition team happen. So we're gonna see how they all work together with the current Fed. I think that's important that we get a clear understanding how that's gonna happen. So this is gonna happen today, and that's gonna be big news. It'll move the market. It'll move the market. Apple did pretty well last night. They're up. They did their earnings last night. They're $258 at the close. They were up 1.6%, which wasn't too bad for Apple. All the IT stocks did okay. They did okay. Nothing crazy. But yeah, they definitely did okay. But this gold and silver trade, guys, pay attention to this. I think we're gonna cool off a little bit today. Silver's down to 103, gold's at $5,132. So I think we'll cool off just a little bit over the weekend, but I do expect this trade to continue to stay high, like I was saying, just because of supply and demand, right? So getting over here, looking at the cryptocurrency market, oh boy, it's a little rough right now. We have the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 28. We have altcoin season sitting at 29 out of 100. Definitely not altcoin, definitely Bitcoin season still. Definitely Bitcoin season. You see this market cap sitting at 2.81 trillion. We'll get into this total market cap here in a minute and why we're in trouble. Why this market, why the cryptocurrency market looks to be a little bit trouble. And anybody who tells you any different, I would I would I would ask them to show you where the liquidity is. I told you that before. I'd ask them to show you where the liquidity is. There is no liquidity in the market right now. That's not to say that it won't come back. It's just not here right now. It's what we traded on ETFs yesterday, pretty even. Uh, but Bitcoin fear, the Bitcoin dominance is at 58.8%. The Ethereum dominance dropped again below that 12%, sitting at 11.7%, which is not where you want it to be. You want it to be 12 and above. We'd like to see it up around 13, but definitely took another step back. Of no surprise when we get into price movement, why Ethereum's dominance took a step back. And the rest of the altcoins been at 29.5%. We're definitely way down from where you would want them. You got the longs and shorts out there right now sitting at $625.46 billion of longs and shorts out there right now that the market makers can move around and possibly start to liquidate people. So definitely, that's not a huge number when it comes to longs and shorts, but definitely not one that uh, the market makers will go to work on that. Bitcoin's in at 82,830 dollars right now. Just think about what I said. $82,825 right now. That was up in the 90s just a couple weeks ago. Ethereum sitting at 2,748 now. Definitely on a downhill. BNB sitting at $839 right now. Definitely all of these are down. You got Solana sitting at $116.45 right now, and XRP coming in at 176 right now. So 176 for XRP. So, oh boy, them are some ugly prices. But I think we might get a little bit uglier here uh, as we look at this, right? So here was what I was telling you guys to watch out for right here. Uh, and I hope you guys paid attention. Uh, this is the total cryptocurrency market cap sitting at $2.79 trillion right now. This was the bear flag that the total cryptocurrency market was in. I haven't blown up, but this is the full. This is the flag right here. We fell out of this flag, and I told you guys like if we couldn't regain. What's up, Hans Zinger? What's up, Junior? What's up? Get us tapping over there on TikTok. Get us tapping, guys. It's Friday. Come on. Let's get these taps in, man. Let's get these likes in. Let's get these taps in. Let's get this thing pumped up, baby. Let's get this thing pumped up. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, um, my man. Yeah, when we look at this right here, guys, I told you guys that if we couldn't regain this flag pattern, we couldn't get back up inside of this flag pattern, that crypto is gonna be in trouble because this is the total cryptocurrency market cap, right? This we're not excluding Bitcoin, we're not excluding Ethereum, we're not excluding alts or any of that. This is all of the money that's in the market, right? And boy, oh boy, did we lose that, right? And then I said, watch out for this trading range right here between 83, 80, 83,100 and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I had that wrong. Between 3.1 3.1 and 2.8. And we couldn't hold that 2.8. As you guys can see, we're right around 2.79 right now. Definitely on a down. So when we look at that, on a down right now, we're going into this next trading range, right? And I have to go in here. My chart got a little messed up last night, guys. I had so much stuff going on in these charts last night that I lost a couple lines. But I'll go in here and I'm going to mark out this next trading range right here, because that's where we're headed. We're down to that trading range now, and we'll stay down there for a little while, I think. But this is when we talk about liquidity, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about the total market cap, right? And it's in at 2.79, right? It's in at 2.79. Not good, not where you want to be, not how you want it to go weekend. Because we know that there's low trading on a weekend anyways, and to be on this downhill slide going into the weekend, just not the best setup. It's not the best situation. Right? Is it catastrophe? No. Is it the best situation that you can be in? Absolutely not. Um, so when you look at Ethereum, oh man, we're looking at Ethereum coming out of this last range right here. Um, coming out of this last last line of support I had. I'm gonna take that out because I put that one on there. That's one that's not that's great. But you look at it, you look at this last support line right here, it's getting ready to lose it. And then before we come down here to up in here, which is right around 3,003. I mean, right around 2,500. Let's call it 2,500. Ethereum could be looking at 2,500 by the end of the weekend, uh, according to according to where we are. If we continue to drop down, but it's all about that total market cap, right? Uh, your mic isn't good. My mic isn't good. All right, hold on. So we have these problems sometimes. We have these problems sometimes. I hope that's better. Is that better? Is it getting better? But um, when we look at this, Ethereum sitting here at 27.5. Ethereum could see 2,500 by the end of the weekend. Ethereum definitely could see 2,500 by the end of the weekend. Let me know if my mic is any better, guys. Let me know if if we're doing any better over there. But yo, let's keep tapping that screen over there on TikTok. Let's keep tapping what's going on. What's going on, y'all? Yo, Junior, let me know if my mic is any better. They said it wasn't working right, so let me know if it's any better. Let me know if it's getting any better. So we can make some adjustments if we need to. Um, but yeah, so Ethereum's kind of in one of these funky stages right here. We you know I think the bottom line here is I think that if we're gonna go down, let's just go, right? And that's my take on it. Let's just go. Let's go. Let's get there. Let's get this thing over with, and let's do what we got to do, right? Mike Good, Mike Good, Mike Good. Thank you, Scottish. Thank you, brother. Thank you, my brother. So we're looking at Bitcoin here, sitting at $82,720 right now, right? We're looking at this thing, and you can see that is definitely on, and we're looking at these on a daily chart, right? We can see for 2 straight days this thing has been on a down slide, continues to slide to the downside. You see the EMA ribbons clearly pointing down, right? We're looking at we're looking at our indicators over here. It still looks to be coming down here, and it still looks to be coming down on the wave. So when you look at Bitcoin right now as it stands on the daily, it doesn't look like there's a lot of relief in sight. It doesn't look like Bitcoin's going to go on this big rally, right? So when we look at this thing, it's again going into Friday. This is not what you want. So you're hoping, what your hope is for today is that the ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and even somewhat on Solana, they can come in here, they can start to push the price up. What's the chances of that happening? I don't know. We got a lot going on right now. You have the gold, silver, metal trade going on. You got this Iran situation that looks like it's about to heat up. You have a bunch of different situations that are going on around this macro environment, right? And you know, the United States and the EU situation is not the best right now. Let's just call it that. It's not the best right now, and so you know that's not helping trade at all either. So we definitely could see some, you know, some more pain, right? And Solana sitting at 116. You know, here's the plan for me with Solana. If Solana gets to 100, I'm going to start buying again. I'm going to start buying Solana again. I'll start staking it away for the long haul. I'll start buying it again at right around 100. I think we're going to get there. It looks like we're going to get there. I would like to start buying it around 80 or so, but I don't know. I may start dipping my toe in right around 100, just little by little. Chainlink sitting here right now at $10.73. Chainlink is taking a big step backwards, which I'm not terribly mad about. Like I said, if this thing's going to bleed out, let's let it bleed, right? Let's let it bleed. Let's get it over with. Let's go ahead and do what we got to do. A little bit. Thank you. Yeah. So, Chainlink here. You know, right around $9, I may start to add some more Chainlink to the bag here. Right around $9, but it's sitting at $10.73 right now. So we'll see what happens here as we move forward. XRP, we're looking at. I mean, obviously, guys, we're looking at the daily charts. All of these things are bleeding out. $1.76 right now. XRP could see $1.60 this weekend if things continue the way that they are. It definitely could see $1.60. You see the EMAs are starting to point down, which isn't good for the actual price flow of XRP. You're looking at even here on the indicators. I mean, you're getting a buy signal down here, but you're getting a mixed signal up here. So XRP could go either way today. So if you're trading XRP, I would kind of stay away from it just for a little bit to see if you're trading a daily chart, just to see kind of where it shakes out. But definitely seems to be okay. Solana will drop to drop to $20. Oh, that's a big drop, man. That's a big drop. That's a huge drop, man. At $20, I think you'll see people just FOMOing in. I think the lowest it's gonna go this bear cycle is probably around that $70 area. Crypto is like, why is everyone always picking on me? So someone says, why crypto's like, why is everybody always picking on me? It's over here, man. It's really over here. It's in this gold, it's in this gold, silver, and soon to be copper play. let's make no doubt, guys. This is like I was saying earlier. This is a supply and demand problem. So there's a lot of rotation that's happening between gold, silver, and my assumption is soon to be copper, right? And it's because it literally is about AI and it's about supply and demand, right? And why would these guys take their money and get out of this rotation and come over here right now? Right? That's the question. That's the question, right? Why would they get out of that trade and that rotation between them three and come over here? And I think we're starting to get the answer to the question is they're not. And a lot of people thought that that gold, silver would roll into crypto, and they were banking on that liquidity and all that stuff. And you just don't see it happening, right? You just don't see it happening. And this is the daily chart. We come over to the hour. Hour still seems to be coming in red, but it seems like it wants to try to come up a little bit in the hour, which makes sense. I mean, you bled off all night long, right? So you should see a little bit of price action to the upside throughout the morning, but how much, right? That's the key. How much? I mean, you're seeing all these green bubbles over here, but the hourly chart's still in red, right? It's just because yes, it's green. Yes, they're starting to come up. Yes, they're starting to look a little bit better, but there's still not enough. There's still not enough of a pump to bring it out of that red zone. We may get there this morning though, but strictly, it really is at the end of the day. At the end of the day, regardless of what people say, it's really all about this chart right here. It's really all about this. It's $2.78 trillion total market cap. It is really this is really the beginning, middle, and end of crypto and when it's going to pump and where you could see your altcoins go, right? Because if you don't have a total cryptocurrency, if you have a total cryptocurrency market cap that's fallen the way that this one's fallen, you can't expect Bitcoin to pump. You can't expect your altcoins to pump. You can't expect any of that stuff to go up until you start to make some ground on this total market cap, right? So you don't even need to. I used to tell you guys, just last month, it was about the total market cap and it was about total two. Pay attention to total two for your alts. Pay attention to the total market cap to see which direction the market was going. You don't even need it when a chart looks like this and it's in a bull flag. I mean, it's in a bear flag, and this is the bottom of that bear flag, and you can't hold that. You got rejected, 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 and then boom, you just dropped out, right? Because you couldn't get back up inside of that flag, you had to bottom out. There was nowhere else for you to go but down. That's it. Once you get rejected off of that bear flag, there's really nowhere else for you to go but down. So there's really no reason for you to even look at your total two at this point or your total three, because if this isn't going up, if this market cap's not going up, that chart really is irrelevant. It's that just means that there's no money flowing into the market. That chart's irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything until you can turn this chart around. We are where we are, right? And that may sound like doom and gloom, but I'm saying to you, just get us to where we're going and then let us move from there, right? So if Bitcoin's going to go down to 70 to 75,000, then let's just get there, right? Let's just feel the pain. Let's get there. Let's do what we got to do and then figure out where this market's headed from here. See, because Bitcoin's only at 82.6, right? This is a daily chart. Like, I mean, you've had 1 day, 2 day of just straight big red candles, right? And we looked at this thing and look at them EMA ribbons. I mean, they are pointing as far down as listen, them things are down. They're pointing down. So that's where you're headed, right? And you look at the fall right here, right? This was the fall. This was the bear flag that we were looking at right here. this right here was the bear flag that we were looking at. They couldn't hold the bear flag, traded sideways for a little while, tried to hold it, and once it couldn't hold it, the bottom just dropped. It dropped. It tried a relief rally here. It couldn't get past this resistance line right here. And like I said, my charts are kind of messed up because I was in them a lot yesterday, so um, kind of messed them up a little bit. But yeah, it couldn't hold this support line. It couldn't hold this resistance line right here, and boom, the bottom just dropped out of this thing. Right, it literally just dropped out of this thing. And people will say manipulation. There is a lot of manipulation that's going on in the market right now, but at the end of the day, um, there's just no money in it. There's just no the money's leaving crypto, and that's really what's going on. It's that is what the problem is. Whoever whoever controls the weather, the weather controls the world. Oh, you ain't lying, you ain't lying, brother. You ain't lying, man. I forget freezing over here, so it's cold as hell where I'm at, man. We're negative like 20 degrees right now. So it's ridiculous. But we looked at Canton Network. I told you guys that this is one that I'm really looking at getting in when it comes to blockchain. They're working with the majority of the big money dealers here. So I do like Canton. I'll be looking to add Canton. I think Canton's going to pull back a little bit. It's really the only crypto that's one of the only cryptos that is actually up in this down cycle, right? And but I think eventually it'll come to the market. Everything comes to the market. The market comes around. So when you look at this thing, it's getting ready to print a sell signal up here, and we'll see if this turns around and points to the upside and gives us a sell signal there too. But Canton is one of these blockchains that when you look at it, this is built from the ground up and has been built for a long time and has a lot of bank support behind it. So this one's one to watch out for, and it, it's it's really one of the only layer ones that's making money right now. That's printing money. If you're a holder, right? So I trade a lot, so we're making money on the way up, on the way down. So when we look at this thing, so uh let's have a look. Let's have a look, Scottish. Let's have a look at where our chart is, man. Where the chart is. Where's the chart, man? Where's the Merlot chart? You printing, baby. Scottish is in this short right here, right? Printing. Pointing straight down. Printing. Um Coming to the bottom on the daily though, Scottish. You're coming to the bottom on the daily on this. You see it's bottoming out here. You're getting you got you got a sell signal here that was kind of a buy signal here that was kind of canceled out, but you're looking at volume and wave indicators down here. You're definitely at a buy zone down here on the daily. Um, so I know you're probably taking profits on the way down, but if you're not, then you probably should. It looks like it might want to turn around a little bit today. Airdrome, you guys know I love Airdrome. I like where Airdrome's headed. But yo, Airdrome isn't any different than anybody else right now. This thing's absolutely getting murdered on a daily. Getting murdered. This is ugly. This is ugly. You ugly. Remember that one, Samo? What was it? The Wildcats. You ugly. You ugly. Your mama says you ugly. Yo, that's what Aerodrome looks like right now. You ugly. You ugly. Your mama says you ugly. That thing is ugly, baby. Bitcoin ugly too. That's ugly. That's ugly. It ain't good. It ain't good. Uh Total eclipse of the Ken laughing at me. No real clips of the charts. Yeah, these charts are bad, man. These charts are rough, man. I don't even know what to say, man. Baby Fat, good morning. How are you? Look, man. If you're just a holder of crypto right now, right? If you're just a holder, if you're just a hodler, we're traders, but if you're just a hodler and you don't trade, my suggestion to you, and this is just DG's suggestion of what I would do. So you're looking at the total market cap, 2.79. Until this total market cap starts to show some sort of life, right? I wouldn't be DCAing in anything, because the only thing you're doing at this point in time is DCAing into a falling knife. That's it, right? I wouldn't be DCAing into anything right now, because what are you going to do? DCA here, DCA there, DCA here, DCA here, DCA here. You're just continually throwing money at this chart that continues to go down. Wait for it to show some sort of reversal. So you don't got to catch the exact bottom. And that's where people get all messed up. They're like, oh, well, we got to catch the exact bottom. We got to catch. No, you don't. You just have to catch the bottom somewhere near the bottom, right? You don't have to catch the exact. It's like saying we have to sell at the exact top. No, you don't have to sell. If you're waiting to sell at the exact top, you're going to round trip your bag. You have to sell just somewhere near the top, not at the top, right? Just like, and it's the same on the way down. You don't have to hit the exact bottom. But I would just think about if you were DCAing into this, this total market cap. You would have DCA'd here, you would have DCA'd here, you would have DCA'd there, it would have traded sideways here. You would have felt good about your bag. You would have felt good. It all would have felt good, and you would have been like, oh yeah, look, we're back, right? And then boom, 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 right? Wait for the chart to show some sort of positive movement before you start to throw your money. Because by the time the chart, it could be by the time that the chart shows positive movement to the upside, you just wasted all your capital on the way down. And you got a little bit of here, you got a little bit here, you got some bags, blah, 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 but you don't have what you could have had if you just would have waited, right? Sometimes patience. Sometimes you just have to be patient, right? So I wouldn't start the DCA until this chart starts to look a little bit better on the total market cap, right? And when we look at it, you're going to look at low market caps as well. And people will say, well, low market caps are going to go, blah, blah, blah. Listen, if this money's leaving the market at this rate, you know what I mean? 2.79 trillion right now. If it's leaving at that rate, your low market caps are dead in the water, right? They're just dead in the water. I mean, if there's no money in the market, they're damn sure not putting it in a fart coin or Peanut or JoJo or Ray Ray. They're not putting the money in them tokens. You know what I mean? Because why would you go buy Fartcoin right now when you can come up here and you can buy XLM at 19 cents. You can buy Solana at 116. You can buy Chainlink at $10.71, right? This isn't a knock on small market cap tokens. It's just not your time. It's not your time. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's a time and place. You can buy XRP for for $1.76, right? You know, so is your money safer here or is it safer in Fartcoin or Puba Inu? You know what I mean? It's not your time. And you know, people got to understand that there's a time and a place for everything. And right now, low market caps it's just not. This isn't for you. This market is not for you. And is there is there queen is there queen coin? Oh, you're crazy, Timsky. What's going on, my man? How are you, man? I'm freezing over here, Timsky. I know you cold too, man. It's cold, man. It's cold. Need some sun, baby. I need some sun. It's cold out here. But uh but yeah, I mean, it's just I mean, I hear people say that, you know, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna launch this, we're gonna launch that. If you get into a low market cap, the chances of it turning around and giving you bigger profits are much higher. But that's great. Yeah, it sounds great. Yeah, the math works. But in reality, you always have to come back to what the truth is. And the truth is there's no money in the market. The truth is there's no money in the market. Oh, dude, it's pretty cold. You ain't lying, man. I looked outside this morning. I seen a -21. I said, "Oh my god, oh my god, no, we don't need that." Yo, over there on TikTok, you guys keep smashing that like button over there. Let's get these likes up. We ain't high enough yet. We're not high enough on the likes over there on TikTok. They're gonna start hitting me over here in a minute. They're gonna start hitting me. But I was like, oh no, -21. Oh, we ain't gonna be going outside today. We ain't going outside today. But the other project I really like, I'm really gonna start adding to my bag when this total market cap starts to bottom out here a little bit is AVAX. Sitting at $10.98. I'm gonna start adding a little bit to the bag here. A little bit to the bag. When this market, I think this market cap gonna come down a little bit more. You know what I mean? When we look at, we could make some roundabout predictions, right? I think you're sitting at 2.79 trillion right now. It wouldn't surprise me to see a $2.5 trillion market cap, which would bring us right about here, right up in here. It wouldn't surprise me to see about a $2.5 trillion market cap sometime next week, sometime close to next week. You look at the total two market cap, sitting at 1.13 trillion right now. Look at that thing. Them altcoins are just getting absolutely hammered. Lost your support right here, which was a big deal. Lost the support right about 1.14 trillion. Lost that. That was a big deal. And once you lost that, you have to go all the way back. We have to go all the way back to roughly 2025, roughly around June, July, to find a support area for where we are right now. So June, July, we got to find this of 2025. We got to find a support area for where we are right now. So that's how far we've dropped, right? So, and I'll have all that drawn out for you. Here on Monday. So, yeah. So we got to go all the way back there just to find some support, if we can even hold the support that we find, right? So over there on TikTok, let's get them likes up, man. Let's keep tapping that screen. Keep tapping that screen. I know you guys always like to hear the hype, and you guys always love to hear the hype and the good news, and everything's going to the moon, and we're gonna do all that. I mean, there's certain people out here who only want to give you the good; they don't want to give you the bad. And blah, blah, blah. I think this, I think that. Like, you just ask them guys one question: where is the liquidity? But yeah, you see the total two is definitely in a sell-off, and it's just got another red signal here. Definitely selling off here, and you definitely can see it on the chart selling off there, and you can see the EMA ribbons pointing straight down. So yeah, your alts are going to get beat up again today. Alts are going to get beat up again today. But it's okay. Like everybody's freaking out. Chill, homie. If you're a holder, just sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. Let's look at gold. Let's look at PAX-G. Where's gold? Look at that. Look at gold over here at PAX-G. Here's your sell-off yesterday going into today. It's going to come down here, guys. I'm telling you guys right now, gold is going to come down here today. It's going to get to about $4,900 and about $45, right? It's going to get right here. $4,900, about $45. It's going to touch these moving averages, right? It's going to touch these things, and then it's going to make a decision. It's either going to go to the upside or it's going to go to the downside, right? So it'll probably come and play around here in these moving averages for a little while, and then boom, it'll probably take off again. Is my assumption. You look at that thing, but because that thing's just on a heater, right? That thing is just, you know, it's just been an absolute heater, man. That's a whole erection right there. Boom. And then there's the wad, and then there's hopefully down up in here you'll get some level off, and then boom, you go up again. It's so red. It's so red out there. Yo, Samo, man, it's blood in the streets, man. But listen, this is why I've been telling you guys for so long to learn to learn a skill, to learn to trade, right? Because you have to make money in this market, and let's just look at this for a second, right? Let's look at what was one of the easiest ways to trade. And this isn't a trading class or anything like that. It's one of the things I try to tell people, like, if you just had your EMA ribbons, right, and you pulled up the daily chart, right, and you said, I know that when these EMA ribbons get skinny, momentum's about to change, right? And this is just a way of looking at things, right? I know that when these EMA ribbons get skinny, momentum's going to change, right? So here you have Bitcoin, right? They got skinny here, right? You came this up, they got skinny, boom, they came right to the downside, right? Well, if you look at where all of the price action is as they get skinny and start to move to the downside, they're all on the bottom side of the EMA ribbons, right? So if you would have just took your short right there, if you would have, and this is just like literally trading for, you know, where you're not even going to hit the exact bottoms, right? Or the tops. But if you would have just took that and you would have waited for them to get skinny again, right, and start to change momentum, you would have 9% your money. You would have had 9% on your money right here. Trading down, and then they got skinny right here. Momentum started to change, right? Obviously, this is, crash course, but they got skinny right here, right? They would have changed. You would have put in a long, right? You could see that they started to move a little bit sideways here, a little bit, but they continued. The candles continued on the top side, continued on the top side, continued on the top side, and they got skinny right about here, right? If you would have just took that long, you would have been up 36% on your money. So now you've taken two trades, you've taken the short here, and you've taken the long here, and you're up 50% on your money. Now, I don't trade sideways action, right? This to me is too volatile. You get wrecked. I don't do sideways action, right? So you wait, you wait, you wait. They're skinny. They're skinny. Let them play themselves out, right? But you see them look, starting to point down right there, right? And this is on a daily chart, right? This it, this is daily, so like you don't even need to be in a chart every day when you're trading a daily chart. So they get skinny here. You start to come down. You're on a short right here, right? And you play it to about right here, right? You just made 19% on your money, right? So now you're up to about 60%. You're plus 60% at this given moment in time. And then here's where you are now. You're definitely on the downhill now, right? So you just would have taken this and you would have put this like right here. You would have came down, and right now you would have been sitting at like plus plus about 1% on your money, right? So you would have been up 60% on your money just by following the EMA ribbons up and down. You would have been up 60% instead of being down, whatever you're down, right? And then you throw some indicators in here that put your buys and sell signals on there for you. And now all of a sudden, you can probably take that plus 60% and you could probably look at that and you can say, well, I'm up probably. I could probably, be up about 200% on my money. Right. So that's why I've been on you guys about really, opening your minds and expanding out. Right. And that's Bitcoin. Right. That's not even a volatile token. And that's on the daily. And if you trade on a daily, you don't even have to look at the chart every day. Like you literally can set your trade, set your stop loss, set your take profits, and just let it do its thing. You know, So you get down here into the 15 minutes, and this is where you really start to. To me, this is where you can really start to make some money. You'll see the difference here as we blow this up. You'll see the difference in when these just the EMA ribbons. I mean, we ain't even pulling up the indicators, right? You can really see the difference on how you can really start to multiply your money. Um, I mean, look at this ride, right? Look at this ride right here that you would have taken from here to just, let's say you got scared and you got out right here, right? That's 15% right there of your money in less than a couple hours, right? And let's say, you were like, you know what? I got out too early. I'm gonna let it hit the EMAs. I'm gonna jump back down here, and then you get scared again. There's another 15%, right? So now it's 30%, and you're only in that trade for 2 days. You put two trades in 2 days, and then you're like, oh yeah, look at that. We're coming back to the upside here. Um, I can see this move right here. You put that move in, that's another 5% on your money right there, same day. You know what I mean? So when you get down to the 15-minute chart and then you just look at how many trades you could have took. Boom, 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 boom. And then the next thing you're multiplying your money. And then you don't give a shit whether the market's going up or it's going down, right? You're making money either way. But you know, that's why, I encourage you guys, and it doesn't even have to be that risky. Like literally, you can go on a daily chart, and you don't even have to be in a chart every day. It doesn't move that much, right? There's not that much fluctuation in a daily chart. But you do that for times like this, right? When you can hold, you can be just a straight holder, but then you're at the mercy of this, right? Of these situations, right? So, all right, guys, with that, we're up out of here for the day. Here's the deal. Trump's going to announce his Fed chair pick today, which should actually be pretty interesting for the markets. Gold and silver's on the downhill today. I think it'll be on the downhill over it's going to pull back to the EMAs, right? At least gold will. And we'll see where it goes from there. And, the total cryptocurrency market cap continues to fall. And, that's not a terrible thing. Guys, look, we're in a bear market. So we need to operate like we're in a bear market. This is bear market. This is bear market scenario, right? So we got to start operating like we're in a bear market, right? So this is the bear market, and I don't know who you go from 126 down to 82.6. You're in the bear market. So let's start operating like that, right? Set your price targets up. If you're a spot holder, set your prices up where you want to get into the cryptos that you want to get into, where you want to get into them, and then start that DCA process all over again. If you miss the bull run, and you round trip your bags, listen, lesson learned, right? Lesson learned. Then there's a lesson in that. And the lesson is the next time that this market goes to the upside, you take your profits, right? You take your profits on the way up and you don't round trip your bag, right? So you learn the lesson. Excuse me. And we've all had to learn that lesson, right? The hard way, right? There's not a cryptocurrency person that's been around for more than one or two bull runs that has not had to learn that lesson the hard way, right? So you're not alone in what you're doing, right? You're not alone in what you're feeling. Some of us just have been through this before. So we learned that lesson before, and you're just learning it now, and that's okay. But now you set your price targets, you DCA in, and the next time that we get that altcoin pushed to the upside like we did in July of 2024, you take your profits, right? You take your profits on the way up, and you just slowly start to clip away at your bag, right? And you make sure you at least get your initials out, right? So let that be a lesson to you. Like this is all a learning experience. It's all a journey. We're all here to learn together. And at the end of the day, we hope to make some money in the process, right? But that is the journey of crypto. Don't round trip your bags and stay the hell out of places where people tell you to never sell. Stay out of them communities. They're no good for you. They're no good for you. When people are telling you hodl, 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 the first thing you should be doing is running. Stay away from that. They will have you in these situations where you're round tripping your bag. It's just a bad situation. Yes, take profits, Ken. Take profits. And that is the thing that you got to learn. If you round trip your bags this time, let that be the lesson. Take your profits. I have a clear strategy. 2x initials out. I don't care what project it is. I don't care. If it's a 2x, I'm taking my profit out. 7x, I'm taking more off the table. 10x, I'm making a big clip. I'm leaving the moon bag. That's it. It's literally that simple for me. I don't care what the project is. I don't care what the name of it is. I don't care who the dev is. I don't care. If I'm in a project and it 2x's, I'm getting my money out. My initial money is coming out. And if the dev says, well, why'd you do that? You tanked the chart. Hey, you should have put more liquidity in the liquidity pool. That's all I can tell you. But my money is out. No harm, no foul. If it dunks the chart, you got to pump the chart again. I'm sorry. But hey, that's my money and I want it now. that's what you gotta, and that's what you got. That's gotta be your thought process. But yeah, we gotta operate like we're in a bear market, guys. We gotta operate like we're in a bear market, and it is bear market behavior. This is bear market behavior because we are in a bear market, Ken. We've been in a bear market since 126K. When I came on here at 110K of Bitcoin, and I told you guys I'm starting to take profits off the table, I showed you guys a chart breakdown. I said, structure starting to break. This doesn't look good. And I've been taking profits ever since. And because when the chart tells me to take profits, I'm taking my money. And I come on here and I tell you guys what I'm doing. You guys can make a choice on whether to take your money or not. But when the chart tells me take my money, I'm taking my money. It's my money, God damn it, and I want it now. So I'm taking it. And I suggest you guys do the same. So, at a 2x, you guys should be automatically getting your initials out. Look at that blood on the streets, boy. Whew, man. Crypto bubbles are freaking bleeding this morning. They are bleeding. Bitcoin's at 82.76. Oh, man. Whew. Do not DCA into this market until this market cap starts to. Do not DCA into this market until this market cap starts to turn around, y'all. Don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. Don't listen to that behavior. Wait for the market cap to turn around, total market cap. Don't listen to that reckless behavior. That's reckless behavior when people tell you just keep throwing money in. That's reckless behavior. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Think about it. If you were DCAing all the way down into Bitcoin right now, you would have DCA'd at 90. You would have DCA'd at 87. You would have DCA'd at 85. At 85. You would have DCA'd at 83. You would have DCA'd at 80. At probably 81. And you're now setting up for your next DCA. If you would have just waited, you could have saved all of that money on the way down and just waited for the market to start turning around a little bit. Put all that same amount of capital in there and got way more for your money. Don't follow that reckless behavior. It's reckless. It's reckless. Don't be doing that. Recklessness. Don't do that, Timski. Don't do it. The same with XRP. It was up at $2. If you would have DCA'd at 2, if you would have DCA'd at 190, if you would have DCA'd at $1.80, you would have DCA'd at $1.77. You would be looking at your next DCA right now. You're sitting at $1.76, and you wasted the $2. You wasted the $1.90. You wasted the $1.80. You know what I mean? The $1.85. You wasted the $1.80. Now you wasted the $1.75. $1.75. Now you're looking at your fourth DCA already. That's reckless. That's reckless behavior. Reckless. That's rookie shit. Don't do that. So with that, we up out of here. TikTok will be live streaming probably tonight or Saturday morning. YouTube, X, we'll be back at you guys on Monday. Watch the market. Watch the total market cap. So get your price target set for get your price target set for where you want to start DCAing into this. There's Big Watch, dude. Stay warm, DG. Big Watch, man. I'm trying, man. It's cold out here, man. It's cold. It says -21, dog. I'm cold, man. I'm cold. My heat's working on overtime, man. So, but yo, you guys have a great weekend. Go do something this weekend. Stay out of the charts all the time. Go do something. Go relax. The charts are going to do what the charts are going to do. You know what I mean? So go relax. Go do something. Go chill out. We got a long ways to go back up to the top. So you ain't gonna miss no parabolic run on a day or two up to the top. I guarantee you that. So go do something, go have fun, go spend some time with your friends, go spend some time with your family, and you know, go do something. But all right, guys, we up out of here. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys on X and YouTube on Monday. Maybe tonight and Saturday. We'll see you guys specifically on TikTok. And you guys have a great day and have a great weekend. We gone. Peace.